Who we are today doesn't have to define who we'll be tomorrow. Personal development is about unlocking your full potential and constantly evolving. If that excites you, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell, because this journey is just getting started. And let's inspire each other. What's one habit you've recently adopted that's made a difference in your life? Let's talk in the comments.
Are you ready for the new world? The world around us is constantly evolving, and with it comes the need to adapt and evolve. But how prepared are we for these changes? Whether it's career advancement, a major transition in our personal lives, or broader societal changes, it can be a challenge to embrace and thrive in the midst of transformation. Change is the only constant in life. This old adage holds true today more than ever. From advances in technology to changes in the global economy, we are constantly faced with new challenges and opportunities. The first step in overcoming the challenges of a changing world is accepting that change is inevitable. Resisting change often leads to frustration and stagnation, while embracing it can open the door to growth and innovation. The psychology behind the fear of change. Change, despite being a regular part of life, often causes feelings of fear and anxiety. But why does this happen? Fear of change can be attributed to several psychological factors that influence our perception and reaction to new situations. One of the main reasons why change is so frightening is the fear of the unknown. Human beings are naturally inclined towards predictability and stability. We find comfort in familiar routines and environments because they give us a sense of control and security. When we are faced with change, this sense of predictability is disrupted, leading to anxiety and fear. Another important factor that causes fear of change is a perceived loss of control. When change is forced upon us, in our personal lives, careers, or in a wider social context, we often feel powerless. Losing control can cause stress and resistance as we try to regain a sense of autonomy. Expert opinion, Dr. Susan David. Dr. Susan David, psychologist and author of Emotional Agility, explains that humans have a fundamental need to feel in control of their lives. When change disrupts this control, it can lead to increased stress and anxiety. She believes that developing emotional agility, being flexible about our thoughts and feelings, can help us cope more effectively with change. According to Dr. David, emotional flexibility is about relaxing, calming down, and living with greater intention. Comfort zone and fear of failure. Our comfort zones are psychological safe spaces where we feel competent and secure. Stepping out of this zone, even for the sake of positive change, can be scary. Fear of failure is closely related, as stepping into new territory often involves the risk of making a mistake or failing to meet expectations. Social and cultural factors also play an important role in shaping our fear of change. From a very young age, we are taught to adhere to societal norms and expectations. Deviating from them can lead to fear of judgment, criticism, or rejection by others. Brené Brown, a research professor and author known for her work on vulnerability and courage, emphasizes the impact of societal expectations on our fear of change. In her book, Daring Greatly, she discusses how the fear of being vulnerable and insecure can prevent us from embracing change. Brown argues that recognizing our vulnerabilities and embracing them as strengths can empower us to face change with greater courage. Biological response to change. On a more fundamental level, our biological responses to change also contribute to our fear. The human brain is designed to recognize and respond to threats. When we are faced with change, the brain often perceives it as a potential threat, triggering the fight-or-flight response. This response, which was critical for survival in ancient times, can manifest as fear and resistance in modern conditions. Surprising fact, the role of the amygdala. The amygdala, a small almond-shaped area in the brain, plays a critical role in processing emotions, especially fear. Studies have shown that the amygdala becomes very active when we are faced with unfamiliar situations, leading to increased anxiety and stress. Understanding this biological response can help us develop strategies to better cope with fear of change. Strategies for overcoming fear of change. Understanding the underlying causes of fear of change is the first step to overcoming it. Here are some practical strategies to help you manage and mitigate your fear of change. Adopt a growth mindset. Adopting a growth mindset, according to psychologist Dweck, involves seeing challenges and change as opportunities for growth rather than threats. This mindset promotes resilience and adaptability, helping you see change as an opportunity to learn and improve. Break it down. Big changes can be overwhelming. If you break them down into smaller, manageable steps, the process becomes less intimidating. Focus on one step at a time, rather than the whole journey. Don't face change alone. Seek support from friends, family members, or co-workers who can give you encouragement and perspective. If you share your fears and concerns, it will ease the emotional burden and provide valuable insights. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness practices such as meditation and deep breathing can help calm your mind and reduce anxiety. Mindfulness allows you to stay in the present and centered rather than wallowing in fears about the future. Reflect on past successes. Reflecting on past experiences when you have successfully managed change can boost your confidence. Memories of how you overcame previous challenges can remind you of your resilience and abilities. Knowledge is empowering. Then learn about the changes you will face. Understanding the reasons for change and its potential benefits can reduce fear and increase your sense of control, turning fear into opportunity. Change, while inherently frightening, is also an integral part of life and growth. By understanding the psychological and biological causes of fear of change, we can develop strategies to overcome it. Adopting a growth mindset, seeking support, practicing mindfulness, and reflecting on past successes are just a few ways to turn fear into opportunity. As you face the inevitable changes in your life, remember that fear is a natural reaction, but it doesn't have to hold you back. With the right mindset and tools, you can navigate change with confidence and resilience, turning potential challenges into opportunities for growth and transformation. The real story: Jeff Bezos and Amazon. Let's take Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Bezos started Amazon as an online bookstore, but he didn't stop there. After realizing the potential for growth, he turned Amazon into a global e-commerce giant, a powerful cloud computing company, and more. His ability to anticipate and adapt to changes in technology and consumer behavior has been key to Amazon's success. Bezos once said, "In business, what is dangerous is not to evolve." This mindset is essential for those seeking to navigate a changing world. Career transition. Career transitions can be some of the most difficult changes to go through. Whether you're changing industries, climbing the corporate ladder, or starting your own business, the uncertainty can be overwhelming. Here are a few steps to help you through the process. 1. Self-assessment. Understand your strengths, weaknesses, passions, and values. Tools such as an indicator like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or Strengths Finder can provide valuable information. 2. Research. Dive deep into the industries or roles that interest you. Read industry reports, follow thought leaders, and join professional associations. 3. Networking. Build relationships with people in your desired field. Attend industry conferences, join LinkedIn groups, and seek out informational interviews. 4. Skill development. Identify and acquire the skills needed for your new career. Online courses, certifications, and seminars can be helpful. Seek advice. Consider hiring a career coach or mentor who can provide personalized advice and support. Dr. Erminia Ibarra, a renowned expert on career transitions and author of Working Identity, Unconventional Strategies for Reinventing Your Career, stresses the importance of experimenting with new roles before making a major change. She advises acting first and reflect later. Change happens through action, not reflection. This approach encourages professionals to try out new paths through side projects, volunteering, or part-time work before committing fully to their work. Personal growth and development. A growth mindset, a term popularized by psychologist Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This way of thinking is necessary to overcome the challenges of a changing world. People with a growth mindset see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn and grow. Practice gratitude. Gratitude can make a big difference in your ability to cope with change. Keeping a gratitude journal where you write down what you are grateful for each day will help you shift your focus from what is going wrong to what is going right. This positive attitude will help you accept change more easily. The real story, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey's journey is a testament to the power of a growth mindset. From a difficult childhood to becoming a media mogul and philanthropist, Oprah is constantly changing herself. She often talks about the importance of gratitude and positive thinking in her life. Oprah's resilience and adaptability is a prime example of how embracing change can lead to extraordinary success. Thriving in a technological world. Technology is evolving at an unprecedented rate, and staying abreast of its developments is essential for personal and professional growth. Here are a few strategies to help you keep up. 1. Continuous learning. Dedicate time to learning new technologies. Online platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning offer courses on a wide range of topics. 2. Join technology communities. Join technology communities on platforms like GitHub, Stack, and Reddit. These communities can provide support, resources, and networking opportunities. 3. Attend conferences and webinars. Attend technology conferences and webinars to stay up to date on the latest trends and innovations. 4. Experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment with new tools and technologies. Hands-on experience is often the best way to learn. Expert opinion, Klaus Schwab. Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum and author of The Fourth Industrial Revolution, discusses the profound impact of new technologies on our lives. He emphasizes that people must continually upgrade their skills and become lifelong learners in order to remain relevant in the labor market. Schwab states that in the new world, it is not the big fish that eats the small fish, but the fast fish that eats the slow fish. Speed and adaptability are key in today's technology-driven world. Developing resilience in the face of adversity. Emotional resilience is the ability to adapt to stressful situations and recover from adversity. It is a very important trait to navigate the uncertainty of a changing world. Here are some ways to increase emotional resilience. Mindfulness and meditation. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can help you stay energized and cope with stress. Healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are the foundation for maintaining emotional health. A strong support network. Surround yourself with supportive friends, family members, and coworkers. Social connections are vital to emotional well-being. Positive thinking. Focus on the positive aspects of your life and practice optimism. Cognitive behavioral techniques can help you revise negative thoughts. The real story, Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela's life is a shining example of resilience. Despite spending 27 years in prison, Mandela became a leader who transformed South Africa and became a global symbol of peace and reconciliation. His ability to keep hope alive and work for a great cause, even in the face of tremendous adversity, is a lesson in resilience and perseverance. Financial stability in uncertain times. Financial stability is often a major concern during times of change. Whether it's a career change, a major life event, or economic uncertainty, effective financial management is critical. Here are some tips for ensuring financial stability. Make a budget. Track your income and expenses to better understand your financial situation. Make a budget that reflects your priorities and goals. Establish an emergency fund. Aim to set aside at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This fund can provide security in the event of unforeseen changes. Reduce debt. To reduce financial stress, prioritize paying off high-interest debts. Invest wisely. Diversify your investments to manage risk. Consult a financial advisor for personalized advice. Expert opinion. Suze Orman. Suze Orman, renowned personal finance expert and author of 9 Steps to Financial Freedom, emphasizes the importance of financial preparedness. She advises that it's better to do nothing with your money than to do something you don't understand. Orman encourages people to educate themselves about financial management and make informed decisions to secure their financial future. Adapting to changes in society. As society evolves, diversity and inclusion are more important than ever. Embracing these values can enrich your personal and professional life. Here are some ways to foster a more inclusive mindset. Self-education. Learn about different cultures, perspectives, and experiences. Reading books, attending workshops, and participating in conversations can broaden your understanding. Practice empathy. Try to see things from other people's perspectives. Empathy will help you make stronger and more meaningful connections. Support policies and practices that promote diversity and inclusion in your workplace and community. Reflect on biases, recognize your biases, and work on them. Everyone has unconscious biases, but recognizing them is the first step to change. Real story. Indra Nooyi. Indra Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, is a strong advocate for diversity and inclusion. During her tenure, she focused on creating a more inclusive workplace and sought to promote women and minorities within the company. Nooyi's leadership demonstrates how embracing diversity can drive innovation and success. Lifelong learning. The key to continuous growth. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt is paramount. Lifelong learning is not only about learning new skills, but also about fostering curiosity and openness to new experiences. Here are a few strategies for incorporating lifelong learning into your life. Set learning goals. Identify the areas in which you want to grow and set specific, achievable goals. Create a learning plan. Develop a plan that outlines how you will accomplish your learning goals. This may include taking courses, reading books, or attending workshops. Stay curious. Develop the habit of asking questions and seeking new knowledge. Curiosity is the driving force behind lifelong learning. Reflect on your learning. Take time to reflect on what you have learned and how you can apply it. Reflection helps to consolidate new knowledge and experiences. Expert opinion. Peter Senge. Peter M. Senge, author of The Fifth Discipline, The Art and Practice of the Learning Organization, emphasizes the importance of lifelong learning in both personal and professional contexts. Senge argues that organizations that develop a culture of continuous learning are better equipped to deal with change. He states that the only sustainable competitive advantage is an organization's ability to learn faster than the competition. Practical tips. 1. Accept the inevitability of change. Accept change as a natural part of life. 2. Develop a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to grow and adapt. 3. Communicate and build relationships. Connect with those who can support your journey. 4. Stay current with technology. Constantly learn and experiment with new tools. 5. Develop emotional resilience. Practice mindfulness. Live a healthy lifestyle and maintain strong social connections. 6. Manage your finances. Budget, build an emergency fund, reduce debt, and invest wisely. 7. Embrace diversity and inclusion. Educate yourself. Show empathy and advocate for inclusive practices. 8. Strive for continuous learning. Set learning goals, create a learning plan, be curious and reflect on your learning. Change is not just a challenge to overcome, it is an adventure to embrace. By adopting the right mindset and strategies, you can turn the uncertainty of a changing world into opportunities for growth and success. In conclusion, embrace the journey of change. As we navigate the complexities of a changing world, it is important to remember that change, while challenging, is also an opportunity for growth and transformation. Embracing change requires a combination of resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to learn and grow. Think of the stories of Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, Nelson Mandela, and Indra Nooyi. Each of these leaders faced serious challenges, but became stronger and more influential because they embraced change and used it as a catalyst for growth. Their journey reminds us that change can be scary, but it is also a path to innovation, progress, and fulfillment. When you face the inevitable changes in your life, remember to remain curious, resilient, and constantly seek opportunities to learn and grow. By doing so, you will not only overcome the challenges of a changing world, but also thrive in it.
Every step you take toward personal growth is a step toward a better life. If today's video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's so much more to explore. And let's keep this momentum going. What's one thing you'll apply from today's discussion? Let's inspire each other in the comments. Join our community absolutely free to learn even more on this topic. Don't stop here. There's even more free value waiting for you. Click the link now.